But we begin with breaking news on the fallout from the Epstein files that's shaken the British royal family. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly known as Prince Andrew and brother of King Charles, is under arrest today. Andrew is facing charges of public misconduct stemming from revelations in the Epstein files. King Charles released a statement about his brother's arrest, saying in part, "I have learned with the deepest concern the news about Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and suspicion of misconduct in public office. What now follows is the full, fair, and proper process by which this issue is investigated in the appropriate manner and by the appropriate authorities. In this, as I have said before, they have our full and wholehearted support and cooperation. Let me state clearly, the law must take its course." All right, let's go live now to CBS News foreign correspondent Remy Inocencio outside Buckingham Palace for us today in London. Remy, thank you so much for your time. Can you take us through this arrest and what led up to it?
Absolutely, Mugo. Good to be with you. And first, I just want to put this into historical context because this arrest of a royal, let alone a senior royal, has not happened in the modern history of the United Kingdom. You have to go back maybe 300 years or so for something like this to have happened. But with regards to what happened this morning, how it unfolded, 8 a.m. is what happened when British police arrived at Sandringham Estate. Now, this is not here in London. This is about 3 hours north of us. And that is where several unmarked police cars and several plainclothes officers did arrest Andrew, the former prince, on suspicion of misconduct while in public office and linked to Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Mugo, when we think of Jeffrey Epstein, we do think of probably first and foremost sex trafficking allegations over the past several years. But this actually relates to financial interests and potential financial benefits to potentially Epstein, to Andrew, or to third parties that are not yet really known. And this dates back to when Andrew was a trade envoy for the United Kingdom. This is from 2001 to 2011, and specifically the years 2010 to 2011, according to a senior administration official, senior security official, who told CBS News that that is a time frame, and that is...
God save the king.
All right, so public misconduct. So while that was planned, right? So I'm gonna go to Brandon first, but I'm gonna explain something on the back end. What's your thoughts, Brandon?
So listen, they got this man on his 66th birthday. That's a hell of a thing to wake up to. But you know, justice is starting to roll on the people in this world. At the end of the day, the royals have been distancing themselves from Andrew for the longest time. They stripped him of his titles. They kicked him out of the royal apartments. They've been taking everything away. Now they got more proof he's doing stuff. It's just more reason to be like, you know what? We ain't with this dude. And that's fine.
Okay. Toya, you got anything on this one?
I think you're muted, Toya.
No, nothing additional.
Hey, isn't this the same dude that got caught with a suitcase full of money a few years ago?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, look that up. He had a suitcase full of money, cash, and they didn't know where it came from.
Well, they wouldn't know where Prince Andrew's suitcase from money?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
It says public misconduct, right? It's a serious common law offense in the UK, carries maximum sentence of life imprisonment. Wow. What? That is crazy.
Is it?
Life?
Listen, they got to make an example out of these people. And somebody was saying, Gavin was saying, supposedly Prince Andrew did some craziness that they have unredacted inside the Epstein files. I don't know. Boy, I ain't read nothing.
He was over a little girl. He was over one. If you go look at some of the pictures, he was over one.
So then, yes, he needs life.
Yes, he was.
And then some.
They got a red-handed. I don't even want to pull up the picture, but that one is on there. He wasn't doing anything. He was just over her. He wasn't caught in an act, but he was just over her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it was
different. The difference here is they're run by a king, and we're a democracy. So when the king calls the shots, there's nothing nobody can do. I think Dr. Miles Monroe broke this down in one of his sermons. He said America's run by a democracy where, people vote and there's back-ended information or back-ended people playing the puppets, but not in the kingdom. And he said the kingdom, when the king speaks or when the king's bringing charges or there's evidence, there's nothing nobody can do about that. And he's probably the only one that got arrested besides whoever they're trying to blame over here in the United States. No justice over here.
Well, I think it's a good thing to get the ball rolling when they see that a former prince is getting the book thrown at him. Hey, everybody else need to sack up and start convicting these people, man.
He's an image of the kingdom. So I mean, you know, he represents them. So if he did that over here, we got our president can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
we talking about
what I was gonna say was I like Trump's statement. It was funny as hell. He was like, because he got acquitted of his, so he's like, you know, it's downhill for Holmes. But my question I want to pose to the panel is this, right? So anonymity. Is there such word as anonymity anymore? Because this was the elite. These were files that were never supposed to see the day of light. These were the high-end people where it was secure because a lot of people went to these things and anonymity was the big key. None of these stuff was supposed to get out. So is there such thing as anonymity? Oh, I'm starting to stumble that word now.
Anonymity,
Is there such thing as that now in today's time?
I don't think so. Everybody taking pictures, going live. Somebody always got a picture of something somewhere. And it's probably better that way. What's done in the dark, come to light? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Even when you try to do something for a positive cause, I tried to file a report anonymously one time. The parent found out it was me. But he told on me.
Yeah.
And when it happened again, when another person filed the report, she thought it was me again.
Oh man.
I ain't telling you who did it, but it might have been
oh man. But that's
these files are like destroying a lot of lives because every day now you hear somebody resign and either their name's about to get dropped or already got dropped.
That's fine with me.
You know what I mean? You got the owner of the Giants, but I think he sold 60% of his stake last year. So their Mara's only own 40% of the team now, but I think they might be pressuring him to sell as well because he's also involved in that. So it's a lot more to come. These are the elites that's going to be in these files. So these hedge fund, corporate, whatever you want to call them, yeah, they're going to feel it.
Take them down.
You see a lot of them turning it down to their kids and their grandkids because they know by their name being on it, it hurts the companies. So, and then you know what, the king and queen, I think the public is basically the ones that fund that whole thing going on. So they get it's through the public. So, but they love their king and queen over there though.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
I think it's sad though because
when you sign an NDA, right? What does that protect?
I know it means something here. You can have an NDA here,
right?
Until
you commit a crime.
No, not necessarily. No, NDA is an NDA.
Until you commit a crime that involves that NDA.
No,
I'm telling you, huh?
I do get you with the part with the crime. I'm not too sure what's the statute for that. But
once a crime or something is involved, where the police got to get involved, that NDA is now voided when it comes to the law and order. Yeah,
it's true. It's true.